Good evening, everybody. Matt and Roy back once again. Well, hope everybody is having a great day, and hopefully, you guys enjoyed the thumbnail there. What I want to talk about tonight is used versus new automobiles. And there has been a great debate by numerous YouTubers about which is better. Now, those of you out there that are in the new car category, and I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there probably saying, "Oh, Matt, it's always better to buy new. You get a warranty, you get a guarantee, you get, 100,000 miles of trouble-free driving." And then there's the people out there, namely like me, that know that it is much better to buy used. And that's what this video is going to be about, buying new versus used automobile. There's been the lifelong debate ever since cars rolled out on the assembly line. Henry Ford made that first automobile in the early 1900s. Well, yeah, he didn't really make the first automobile, but he made the first mass-produced automobile. What made me want to make this video is I was watching Auto Auction Rebuilds, and he purchased a brand new 2019 Corvette. I think it was a Z1. And I mean, this thing was beautiful. And he got it home and almost immediately started having problems with it. First was an issue with the gas tank. Basically, the sending unit was throwing out a code. So the check engine light was coming on, brought it into the dealership. They supposedly went and repaired it, and he got it home. Sure enough, a couple weeks later, check engine light blinking again. This time it was for like a random misfire on cylinder 3. So he brings it back in again, gets it fixed under the warranty. Because again, new, yeah, it does have a warranty. But make a long story short, this vehicle has seen more time inside of the shop than it has in his possession. And this is a vehicle that was over $60,000 brand new. And to make a even longer story short, he is so fed up with this vehicle, he now thinks there is something wrong with the wiring harness, and it's going to be going back in the shop again for a third time for another fault, this time also somewhere in the gas tank or emissions area. So he wanted to go ahead and trade it in. And yeah, I mean, you can trade it in, but you're losing, in his case, almost 40% of what he paid for it. I believe they were going to offer him... No, I'm wrong here. Hold on. I think it was 80,000 new, and they were offering like 43,000 or 45,000. So anyway, offered like 40% of what he paid for it. So that just goes to show you, and I think Chet Belay said it right there. On average, you lose 33% the moment you take that vehicle off the lot. And that is definitely true. And that's why I am so much in the used automobile category. Now, a lot of us, if you saw the thumbnail, it's a picture of one of my all-time favorite movies, first Robert Zemeckis movie to ever come out, the same Robert Zemeckis that did the Back to the Future series, and it's called Used Cars. And that is what most of us think of when we think of a used car dealership. We think of somebody like Kurt Russell just counting out the money when the person rolls off of the lot and the back bumper falls off. The car lasts, if they're lucky, as long as it takes for them to get home. But nowadays, you can be a lot smarter about it. Let's face it. You don't have to buy them from used car lot. Private party individuals are an excellent source to buy your new used vehicles. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have never bought a brand new vehicle. So no, I can't tell you from personal experience what it's like to get into that car for the first time, get that new car smell, feel that supple, beautiful leather if you got the premium package that you only get to feel like for the first few times before it starts to wear in. You get those little, not cracks, those little creases that come into the leather. So no, I can't tell you what that's like. And I'm sure it is an experience. I've had friends tell me that, there's nothing like buying a brand new vehicle, and you should do it at least once in your lifetime. But folks, this sucker ain't going to suck on that lollipop. I am never, unless now, even if I won the lottery, I don't think I would ever buy a brand new vehicle because the depreciation on said vehicle is just ridiculous. And on top of that, modern vehicles are not all that well made. If you look at modern vehicles, they have all this technology. They have the Apple Car, the Android Auto, the Apple CarPlay. They have all of these technological advances. Pretty much they're a computer on wheels, and they're just asking for things to go wrong, and they do often. Even in my Yukon, to be honest with you, I have some electrical gremlins in that thing because of the electronic and computerized sections of that vehicle. I don't know what that is. I must have a pimple or something. Well, anyway, I'm sure a lot of you have comments one way or the other. Victor Del Fuente says, how was your day? I'm doing just fine. But I'm not going to make this too long. This is just something that I think needs to be said. If you care and value your money, you're better off buying used. And there is an element of risk when you're buying used, but you can always ask a mechanic to look at the vehicle. Most of the time you could pay your mechanic to actually go and take a look at the vehicle. If not, a lot of places, especially if they're a dealership, will allow you to take it on a test drive. Go ahead and drive it right to your mechanic while you're on your test drive. Have him or her look at it. And if they give you the thumbs up, go buy the vehicle. If not, if they say, no, this thing's a piece of garbage, it's going to fall apart within weeks, bring it back and say, I decided not to buy it. And that's the thing. In America, we have choice. So just be smart out there, folks. I mean, I hate to see anybody lose their nest egg because they went out and frivolously brought the wrong vehicle, and now they're stuck with maybe a $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80,000 car note that they can't pay, and the vehicle that's breaking down because of all the computers in it. I mean, it's incredible. When you think about it, a modern vehicle is a rolling computer on wheels. There are computers that control everything. I mean, the computers that'll control the air conditioning, the heat. They control the throttle, this drive-by-wire. And yeah, it does make for an easier driving experience overall. But if one thing fails, that one thing could cost you thousands of dollars. Whereas when you have an older vehicle like my 96 Chevy Tahoe, it is somewhat computer controlled because it's not carbureted. It does have a computer that controls the ignition system and some other odds and ends. But the throttle on that, the brake, all that stuff is manual. Even the shifter cable is manual. Very, very little to go wrong there. Whereas some of these modern vehicles, a modern GM vehicle has a push to start. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen those fail on clients' cars, friends' cars. It's just something that is unpleasant when it happens. And in my opinion, it doesn't have to happen. I mean, if they made these computers to have redundancies, if they had redundant systems to back them up, it may still happen, but it would happen a lot less often. All right, tubers, that's my quick rant. Hope you guys are having a great day. Most people, I'm sure, are going to see this in post-production. I'm going to go get a walk on the mall tonight. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.